Hey, welcome to a new video. Today we are in probably what is the coolest event that I've seen in Japan yet. This is an event organized by Red Bull. It's meant to bring car culture together within Japan, all the different facets of car culture in one place to party, Fast and Furious vibes. What could go wrong? We have a beautiful venue right here on the bay, and if you turn around, you can see what it's all materializing and looking like. We're gonna go in and check it out. As you can see, this meet is really materializing into something really special. We got Mad Mike here, Rocket Bunny in the house, all the cool cars that you ever expect to see in Japan. Star Road here with a beautiful selection of S30s. They even brought out a Hako, lots of carbon fiber, their unique wheels. We got the De Tomaso Pantera that we shot very recently. It's gonna get really loud. We have RWBs, we got Kima here, we got Iso's car, konnichiwa. We got the RWB 997, another cab down there. But yeah, like I was mentioning, so this all spans from an idea that Mad Mike had to kind of use, I guess, the neutrality of Red Bull to bring car culture so together in a way that it probably hasn't been that much together in Japan. You know, you have your Formula D guys, you got your D1 guys, you got the Porsche crew, the Japanese car crew, and they're all subdivided even into those kind of larger groups. So why not bring everything together in a way that it's never really been done before? And it's a bit of a test event for something that could potentially become even bigger starting next year, and call it like the biggest JDM celebration that we probably have ever seen up until this point. And it's so well organized. They even have the branding on point. Of course, this is Red Bull doing things just right. Fast and Furious vibes. And that's because there's an interesting part to this event. Of course, it's about drifting, but I won't tell you until it actually starts happening. We got here nice and early to position the GTR and the Hachiroku. And yeah, we're gonna check out all the cars that have turned up. For Fast and Furious vibes, you do need Paul Walker inspired 34 and 80 series Supra. We have a little bit more light over on this side, and the selection is on point to the fact that they really did invite a lot of tuning shops to bring their demo cars together with some of the coolest stuff out there. Konnichiwa. Vertex S14 looking beautiful. We have the guys from Auto Select in Osaka down with legendary cars like their GTRs and even an FD 35 over here and a couple of 34s ending the lineup. Let's head into this little nuke here because this gets really interesting. There's more Auto Select GTRs, a lot of customer cars as well, 35 and 34. You may remember seeing some of these at the ARS meeting last year. We got Sawa-san here prepping the cars, and there's still a lot of space to be filled up, so cars are continually driving in. And just so you get an idea of this venue, it's just unlike anything we've ever done before here in Japan. Beautifully lit, massive space. You can really bring in all sorts of cars. Check out this Ferrari over here. We got some cars from Moontech. Nice LC here. This legendary R33 that we've seen at Weekfest with that unmistakable interior. The 930 flat nose, which I missed earlier on. We've got Iso-san here helping out with the positioning. The LM GTR that we featured last year. So you're going to be seeing a lot of cars that we featured before. Konnichiwa. These guys are still waiting to park. Right, I'm going to keep walking. It's going to be a long one take. We got Rise Yokohama. We got a Scoot FD looking stunning on C28s. A few midnight cars, of course. Another group that you really don't see out too much. The option event last year, which was probably exactly like a year ago, did bring out a lot of these cars. And everybody was so surprised because, like I mentioned, you don't really see midnight guys come out to events quite so often. So seeing cars like this is a real big treat. Right, we finished up this little section and let's head into there.
Guys like Mad Mike behind the push to create an event like this, you know the selection of cars is always going to be on point. You had the major brands and personalities involved like Smokey from Top Secret, Kato of Liberty Walk, Yokomaku-san from Velside, and Ama-san of Aria Mimiya, just to name a few. The true godfathers of the scene, if you will. But on top of that, a selection of regular cars built and owned by regular guys there too. In fact, making up most of the lineup.
Right, this is getting really mixed up. I'm not sure if you ever kind of looked at the coverage I did with the Yokohama Hot Rod and Custom shows over the years on Speed Hunters. But this little K-Tora is one that I saw pretty much coming together with various updates during the build, and it's powered by a little NA rotary engine sitting back there. Sounds absolutely nuts and looks absolutely crazy. Next to it, we have the Obayashi factory Sunny truck. Right behind me, we have the Advance NSX demo car. Another interesting car because, of course, it is the car that, you know, pretty much started what Advance is all about. It was owned by the father that opened the company. Now the son runs it, still has the car. A very special car with a deeper meaning. We have the S15 as well. I featured both these cars for Speed Hunters back in the day, even a Tesla. It's really dark under here, and there's a bit of a stage being set up as well, so I'm sure we're gonna get some entertainment on here later on. But what a selection. A couple of S660s, well actually 4 of them, with underglow doing their thing. Sick Lamborghini Diablo VT. Again, Japanese car culture is so vast that it really does include so much. Another sick FD. I'll head back here because my 34 is actually at the end here of this little lineup. So I took out the 34 today. It was actually supposed to bring the RWB, but unfortunately still awaiting shotgun on that. So GTR looking sweet. Next to Alex Hachiroku, we have the Star Road new Gen Z here. And then it's just demo car after demo car, owner car after owner car. This really famous FD with the Pan Speed wide body kit. Got a sick little Civic. We got Maya Oritos GR86, Oritos Supra. We got June's Nissan truck here. And then it gets really crazy. Really, really crazy. They even got Aston to bring out a Valkyrie. This is actually one of the Sky Group cars, the distributor in Japan for Aston, and it's gonna get really loud because the music is already blasting, but we'll keep screaming away. All right, so I'm gonna keep trying to scream into my mic here. We got a couple of garage active cars, wide body R32s sitting in another stage area, and I think this is probably the main stage area by the looks of it. They got a little RC drifting set up back there. Got some of the Veilside cars, FD, Supra, and NSX. Of course, how can you have a Fast and Furious themed event without Veilside cars? I'm sure the man himself is here too. I've literally seen everybody that is anybody in the scene at today's event. We got free drinks and food as well. Really well set up event. And it's really getting busy now. Even Varus brought out a couple of their cars. Sick Porsche here. I'm not sure what this is all about. I think this is that turbo one we saw last year at the option event in Yokohama. Joker right next to the Varus S2000 that was actually shown at Tokyo Auto Salon early in the year. 32 coming in. Let's keep going. We got the Liberty Walk guys. We got Toshi saying hello. What's up, Toshi? Genki. They brought out all the cool cars. They got the 34 and the F40. And if we go back here, there's even more gold. We got the Kazama Auto Formula D Lexus IS that Ken Gushi drives. We got a couple of other FD cars, Supra, and famous gold GR Corolla. And like I mentioned, we will get to see some of these cars drift. This is what the event is all about. I'm gonna shut up and just keep walking. We got Mura's crazy Lotus time attack car that we did a video on, positioned right in front of another stage that they've set up. D1 lights, 180 with a Rocket Bunny kit. Top secret 35 and 33. All right, we got a couple of other Veilside cars here with that trademark orange finish. The new Gen Z, which we actually shot back when it was shown a couple of years ago at Tokyo Auto Salon, and of course the legendary Fortune FD RX-7. Right, I think the best way to do this, I'm gonna try and find Mike, who keeps going in and out of the VIP room. We have so many people here, man. All the good guys. So yeah, we're gonna try and basically talk to Mike and kind of get a lowdown on what the event is all about. There are some rumors that it's sort of a beginning of something bigger that's coming next year. And there it is, that's Tokyo Drift, Red Bull, that's what it's all about. All right, so we got the man here.
What's up?
Explain what this craziness is all
Well,
about.
this is as JDM as it gets, Tokyo Drift. So it's like, how do we, this is only a test event, right? So it's kind of invitational only for tonight. We've got something we're releasing tonight about what's happening next year. But yeah, get everyone we know, ramble them up, tell them to come to a car park. Hiro and I have got a bit of a surprise later on. We've got our drift cars, we're up one level, so we have our hot pit up there. But yeah, Red Bull Tokyo Drift, baby. Yeah, looking forward to it. Tanoshimi desu.
The Tokyo Drift event, however, really did come off as a celebration of all things JDM, bringing the scene together in a cool location and to the eyes of a varied selection of audiences. Red Bull very much being in a neutral position when it comes to car culture, it has a unique ability to bring all the different facets of the aftermarket scene together. This is definitely not an easy task, because anything that ends up being overly exploited tends to lose credibility and that organic impact people resonate with.
Right, the music has gone down a little bit. I can go back into this area, which is now nicely lit up, and take a look at the cars here. Again, I really want to feature this Porsche, but we can't do it in the dark because, of course, the black will just disappear. Right behind me is the crazy Pantera that we shot a while back. Another car that was so difficult to shoot at night. But then again, you guys got to remember that, you know, these guys are hardworking people, and you can't get them on a weekday, and you know they're all busy during the weekend. So our only option is usually to shoot people and their cars after work at night. And here's the Kima 964, basically the extreme version of my car, because of course this actually runs, well, it runs the same fenders at the front, same width, of course, molded in, smooth fender. But then the owner here has gone for the crazy wide approach at the back, and it's just so thick, and it's got a fully built 3.8 NA motor in the back. We'll do a proper video on this car when I get my 964 shock end, take both yellow RWBs out. I think it would be pretty cool. Let me know in the comments if you want to see something like that. All right, I guess they found the position for the Vertex S14. This thing looks so sick. Not sure what's going out there with the little towel on the front headlight. It's got the T37 Vs. Beautiful car. I always loved the Vertex kits on any S chassis. Some additions have been placed in position here at the full GTR lineup here. Midnight Guys, 3533, 997. Right down to Mizota-san's Revolve 340 km/h Z32 300ZX. Look at this place, man. Crazy venue. We even have Tamura-san's R32 GTR. This is one of the original Midnight cars built up throughout the years by Pentruth in Shinagawa, Tokyo. And one cool thing is that this car still runs the original Midnight sticker on the bumper. 30 years of use. It's kind of like fading away, but sick looking car. And again, it's running fresh brakes from the R35. All right, we got a few more additions here. Ryo-san's Hakko GTR. Look at this little selection of FDs. Love the old school look here with the NKs and the covered rear fenders. Beautiful Arimiya kit. This car is actually on the old school Arimiya wheels. We got this legend here. I used to actually read Max Power back in the day when I was a university student in the UK, and I remember Fly, their photographer from back in the day, actually featured this FD, and I thought it was absolutely crazy. And that was way before I got started in cars, so kind of got a glimpse of what eventually I would be covering. Crazy looking thing, collaboration with Scoot. I'm not sure what's happening here. I mean, I can already tell this is one of the Red Bull Minis, you know, the ones that have the Red Bull can on the back. I'm guessing this is maybe the new Mini, maybe the EV. They probably have a new batch of cars to unleash in Japan. We got Akira's NSX back with the Red Bull livery, just like when we did the video with Yuki Tsunoda early in the year. And these actually added some fog lights on the bumper. And like I was saying, they've just set up this little Red Bull arch here. I guess this is where the drifting begins. I just hope we can actually get to film and see it all. Sick Arimiya FD with the 3-rotor NA. Right, I'm not sure what's happening now. All the lights have gone down. I'm hoping some announcement comes. Liberty Walk guys taking full advantage. we are about 30 minutes from the actual drift event. I'm very skeptical that we'll be able to film anything due to the limitation looking out into the actual ramp that gets you up here. I think we're at level 4 here. And also with the noise, it's really hard for me to film, so we've resorted to taking pictures, and I guess we'll just let you guys enjoy a gallery. So it's almost starting, and the crowd is like 50 deep. This is where they're going to be drifting on the ramp that takes you to the various floors of this enormous warehouse. So we're going to sit here and wait a little bit. Look at this, so many people. So I had to come down here away from the commotion up there. They're still doing some classes with the drift cars, Mad Mike and Minoa. I mean, at the end of the day, they're getting their footage and content for the promotional video, which will probably help promote this event. This is probably a prequel of a bigger event that's going to start as of next year. So I'm really happy that I was here to kind of witness it. So a massive thank you to Red Bull and Yokohama Tire for inviting me out. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to end it here. Again, I've got to remind you guys, hit that subscribe button, because still 80% of people that check Dino DC out aren't subscribed yet. It really does help us to bring you more content. So make sure you hit that button and check back soon for more.